before we finish up, there was something, I can see a deck of cards there. And you sort of kind of briefed me before the episode, but you haven't given me too much information, so I'm intrigued to see what this is about.
Okay, well, I've come up with this sort of adapted idea.
Mm-hmm.
So just for a wee bit of fun talking point, gonna get a pack of dram deck cards. Obviously dram decks because bottles of whiskey on the cards. So let me see what we have here.
I've heard of these before. I'd never seen them before.
Now these ones are a couple of years old, so I do need to get new ones. But especially over at Belfast Whiskey Week coming up,
Mm-hmm.
I think it will be interesting to see. So we're gonna give them a shuffle.
Okay.
Now, watching me shuffle is nothing special. I am no magician. I am no master poker player.
You'll not be at the Dragon Claw poker night.
I could be there, but probably lose money. But
I'm trying to be there.
so I'm gonna get you to pick 3 cards.
Okay. Pick a card, any card. Right.
Yep.
Okay. I'll go 1. I'm allowed to look at these or play them face down first.
No. You can look at them.
Right. Okay. I've got my 3 cards.
Okay, you got your 3 cards.
Yeah.
No, you can look at them.
I'll look at them.
No big deal.
Should I say what they are?
Yeah. Go
Okay,
ahead.
all right.
Show the camera if you can.
Okay. So we've got the Whistler, the Good, the Bad, and the Smoky. All right. We've got the Old Particular, which is Dumbarton 21-year-old 2000 vintage. Oh, that's gonna be a tough one. And then we've got the Hinch Peated Single Malt, which I'm not gonna lie is probably one of the whiskies that started getting me into peated whiskey. So
I'm still dipping my toe there.
I'm very cautiously dipping my toe into it. It was the same with the Titanic one as well. It was sort of, Damien said it very cleverly, which was he uses it as an ingredient. I like that
Yeah.
because it's like it wasn't overpowering, and I think it's the same with the Hinch stuff. But right, so I've got my 3 cards.
So pick 1 to drink, 1 to pour
Right.
down your kitchen sink,
Okay.
and 1 to keep.
Ooh.
So this is where it gets interesting.
See,
where people are with different whiskies.
It's very interesting because there's 2 Irish and 1 Scotch, and I do have 1 or 2 Scotch whiskies, not a load. I love Irish whiskies, so I've one to drink, 1 to pour, and 1 to keep.
Yeah.
1 to drink, 1 to pour, 1 to keep. Okay, right. Thought this was going to be more difficult, but I have poured out a bottle of whiskey before.
Well, I
and
can't say I've ever
it was
anything like that.
it was a stag do. It was Burnsy's stag do. We were driving down to Galway, and I had bought him a bottle of Lefroy for his stag do.
Yeah.
Now,
see, I can probably see where you're going with this.
the thing with Lefroy is, I believe it belongs under the kitchen sink because that's where you keep bleach. But
That's what I keep getting told now. I do have a bottle. The aforementioned friend Kevin gifted me a bottle for my birthday. I think it was a couple of years back. The closest I've got is opening it and smelling it, and then quickly closing it and putting it back on the shelf.
yeah, needless to say, he was a bit. I can't remember what he said, but whatever he said, it just got me to the point where he was in a different car, and I wound down the window, opened the lovely brand new bottle of Lefroy. I'm so sorry, Lefroy, for this story, but for the brand new bottle of Lefroy that I got, and I poured it the entire way down the M50. So I'm very sorry, but I would say, based on that, the one that I want to try, that's just because I have never tried it, is the Whistler. I've seen it, and we were actually, when we were in Dublin, duty free, I was tempted to make that an episode, but only because I'd tried the Island or the Irishman before is the reason why I bought that one. I would keep the bottle of Hinch. Sorry, I've just hit the microphone. Holly's going to shout at me. I'll keep the bottle of Hinch just because I have tried it. It is one of the ones that it was an introductory into peated Irish whiskey for me. And unfortunately, even though it is the oldest bottle in the card, I would have to pour out the old particular. I know it's a 21-year-old and it's from 2000, and I'm sure I'd be pouring out the wrong one, given that it's with ABV, it's the strongest there, and it is cask strength. And as you can tell, I love cask strength.
Of course.
And I've never tried it, and it is a 21 year. I love Irish whiskey, and I think there's going to be so many people at me in the comments saying you silly Billy, but that's the way I'm going. Change my mind.
Exactly. Decision final.
Good. I like this. And given I'd say you're going to get very, very interesting results across whenever you play this
Hopefully.
game. And what else we got in there?
So, there's a lot. There's Dead Rabbit.
Again, another bottle we almost bought.
Irish Potchin. 2 Stacks First.
Love 2
Pot,
stacks.
Cologne Rum
Yeah.
Blazing. Dunver's 3 Crowns. Copeland Merchants Key.
Oh my word.
Wolfburn. Cotswolds Odyssey 2017.
Have you
Yeah.
tried much English whiskey?
Bits and pieces. I think I have actually tried a Cotswolds.
See, again, I work in retail, and the company I work for, we have a few Irish or a few English wines, and nobody ever seems to want to buy them. I don't know why, because they've got such amazing reviews. So I'd be interested to try some English whiskey as well.
Well, I'm trying to think. Was it Cotswolds I tried? There was one I tried, and it was actually quite nice.
Yeah,
There's a load of the.
I'm gonna have to get myself a deck of these.
And
Do you know what this is like? They're like top
there's-
trump cards.
there's ones from France. Do you know? There's
Tried a little bottle of
Welsh
Schultz.
whiskies. Do you know? Also Swedish. So there is a wide range here that will hopefully come up with some interesting results.
Absolutely. And I'd say even if you don't come up, even if there's a few there that you end up stumbling across that maybe people have never heard of, never come across, it's going to, probably, I know for me anyway, that's a dangerous deck of cards to buy, because to me that's a shopping list.
Yeah, well, that's very easily like that.
That looks
there,
really fancy.
Madeira finish. I actually just got given a wee sample pack with that in it.
Oh yeah.
So it'd be nice to actually open that and try it. You know,
Awesome.
there's a few different bits in here.
I like that. I'm interested to see what you come from. I would say you do that like be reels on Instagram and stuff across whiskey,
Yeah.
because that'd be really interesting to see what people say.
See the results across the whiskey folk and see where people are at, because as I say, we all have different journeys into whiskey, and we all will come with different views.